All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. No charts. What do you mean no charts? Can you guys see my charts or? Oh, okay. Let me see here. Give me a second. There you go. Sorry about that. All right. So, good morning, good morning. You should be able to see my charts right now. And what we got going on here is a market that is selling off at the open. We have a mids of the opening range. As long as this is holding, we should be continuing the push. So you have this mid of or the opening range and that one, and we have the middles of it. Between 580 to 640 is an area where the market, uh, is kind of trying to protect. Testing harmony zone number one. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna be heading back up. Yep. All right, pull back to our Bible on a swing trade basis. Let's take a quick look and see how well we're gonna handle the pullback. You got the 50s. Fast price action. Next target is 625. All right, we got an order out there to buy at 89. Man, tell you, when they sweep like this, it's just ruthless. All right, that's a big sweep. Now that puts us in a position where rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis, and we have a target of 500. Target is 500. Then we have targets lower. Let's take a look at the actual channel action here. So that's the current channel we're in. Okay, yeah. So top end of it is 680, bottom end of it is 400. The middle of it is where we at 550. We're we're gonna see how well they handle that. $8.40. Target is hit. Next target is going to 475. Market is in sync on the short side and pushing lower. Next target is 450. Double captain setup here. Double captain setup with a switch trade right there. That's interesting. The market is still in sync on the short side, but there's a bit of buying interest coming in, especially in the cluster between 80 and 65. So just kind of be conscious of that. They need to break it and hold under it. We got 1 minute to the ORB, so here we go. Yeah, there's gonna be, if we don't break under 70 like soon, this thing is gonna really rally. 246. Look at the 50 NT wrinkle, it's really coiling. That's the 6 prong captain setup short. Yeah, we're gonna go lower. We need to see the break below 70 though. A lot of coiling here. 70 coming up. Here we go. Anything above 500 is a trap to all these people that coiled the price right down here. I'd rather be short than long, but anything over like 90 is problematic. So this is becoming a pivot for the market right here. Look at that. So that whole area, anything above it will pick up steam to the upside. Anything under it is going to be under pressure. So they could put on another captain setup and try to run it back up. But yeah, that's just, yeah, look at that. All right, all right, beautiful people. This market is giving it up, giving it up, giving it up. And look at that too. Crap, look at this. Look at these bastards. I mean, they took it down, took it to the tick above it, and sold everything. Next target is 350. All right, yes. So we took out 350. Yes, David. We slapped this market around, that's for sure. Okay, so the market is countering here. Market is out of sync. Our next target is 300. The market's trying to fade against it, but the weakness is there. All right. That was fast. So the market is making patterns that are consistent with bottoming down here. So just watch out for a reversal above 400. Okay. Here it comes. Yeah, that failure is coming to above 400. So you're getting a market that's just gonna go. I'm gonna give it a shot right here and see if I can pick up some steam too. We should go above 400. I mean, the longs are trying, but they're just not stable here. All right, so what are we doing here? What are we doing? The 400 is a trigger for the longs. We need to get up above there. If we end up going to 375, the market will firm up. Um, Here we go. We should go to 400. A lot of stops sitting there. Captain set up long on the 100 NT Rinko, so that firms up my orders. I just need to go to 400 and break. Flow bots. Here it comes. Adding some more. Here comes a 400. I'm gonna take one off here and then try to go for 420 to 450. I have no problems with flow bots. Let's focus on this trade, man. I got a shitload of money riding on it. So two are off. Need 425. I'll get to 425. That should give it to me right there. Taking one off right here, and I'm gonna let this one ride for something bigger. Target number 4. We'll see if we can get there, right? Good job, David. Problem with Flowbot, I get ghost orders. I really, every single copier has issues, but really, I've been using Flowbot for years. I really have. Sometimes it happens, but it's a rarity versus the rule. Like not every time it acts up, but every copier has issues. Every single one of them. It's fairly reliable to me. All right, let's just go for 78. I mean, I don't know. You could call me greedy if you want to, but I'm looking for something big. And if they come back down and stop me out for a break even on the last one, I'm just fine with that. We're going for 450. The question I have is, do we have a spot where we can add to this trade, right? That's what we're looking for right now. Should I be trailing this thing right here? Actually, it's right here. 410. I'll take 410. That's 80 points. Yeah, there. It looks like they're gonna come and get me. Because that will put a captain setup. Yeah, look at that, bastards. Okay, that's fine. Good trade. Let's look for another one. So with that trade that we took, we're up about 1,300. Let's see if we can find ourselves another trade. Good for them. Good for them. Momentum is coming back up here. 75 was a target that we were looking for. Target is coming up. Okay. Let's look for a pullback here. I mean, that they're looking like they're trying to reverse this thing. They took out the stops and they're reversing. The 400 is a key. Target is hit. Next target is 425. We have a neck at 450 that they All right, so we're coming into this a pullback. All right, the market is in sync. Well, it's not in sync yet, but it hit harmony zone number one and it's holding up. So we have a target of 425. 425, then 450, then 500. So the market is consolidating around harmony zone number two, um, and we got ourselves okay. Now a reversal. The 200 and the 100 are in sync and in harmony. We have a target of 300, and we will reevaluate if we break 370. The market, if you look at it from the bigger perspective, is doing this. Is trending, and the trend is short. I mean, we had a pocket that we really took advantage of. We made a chunk of change on that one on the rally, and we got a little bit on the rally side here too. Just there's a grinding behavior lower. 300 is coming up. I mean, that's close enough, right? Look at the bastards. They're always trying to fade that last 10 points of that move because there's so much liquidity down there. So you always gotta have to be a bit careful. But that's what the target is. Where would we reevaluate? I mean, if we start breaking anything over 373, that would be problematic for the shorts. Definitely counter trending here. All right, so what are they doing here? I mean, we're very close to the to that 300, and they just keep grinding it lower, trapping, and then grind lower, trapping, grind lower. It's almost like a reset, and they're trying to break 300. There's a lot of stops just sitting there, and then once they start taking them, we're gonna see how much with how much force. Here you go. Target is hit. Next target is 250. $250 is next. We have target number 5, then target number 6. Target number 6 is 220 on the Harmony Trading System. That's a bigger target. We'll reevaluate these targets if we break anything over 320 and do not hold. That's the key. Target is 250. They're the shorts are gonna get trapped here, so watch out. They're gonna get trapped. So watch out, because that the way the market is behaving is definitely not. It's the kind that where they will build up stops, take out the stops, run the market back up. So just kind of be careful of trying to get super short here. Be on the safe side. The market's still short, but there's a pocket of buyers that are, playing games here, trying to, hold things up. And we'll see if they start breaking anything over that whole number, 300. They'll run it up to 320, 25. Here it comes. Just watch out. They're trying. Here they come. You're going to see a burst of energy to the upside. Yeah, they're gonna run it up, guys. Just watch out. I'd rather be short than long. Just we're experiencing this pocket. So man, it's already 9:45. Wow. Market is in sync on the short side. They're coming back in to the lows. What do they do with them? Market is out of sync here. So the counter trend is coming in. They're taking out stops right above that 308 and then pulling back. So that's still short. But we could see that the market is spending a lot more time in a sideways consolidation. The last move lower happened on lower volume in a way, and also um, the contraction in price action is smaller. So that tells me that more buyers are stepping in into this range, trying to protect it, and the momentum that we had early on is not as forceful on the short side. So, and you're getting a two-sided market more often than not. So overall, not too early to be long and too extended to be short, and we're getting a lot of consolidation patterns, and we just have to kind of wait through those. So being in sync and out of sync, you're the idea here is that whenever you see these two charts right there, that's the 200 NT Renko and that's the 100 NT Renko. So when those two charts are lined up, meaning the prior candle closed lower in this case, that means that the market is in sync. When one of them is off, and it's typically the 100 is off from the 200. That's a market that is in consolidation out of sync. The value of that is very important. You will never see a major market move that happens where both are not in sync. You typically will get, here we go, captain set up long. So that is a bottoming behavior right now. Bottoming behavior. So pullbacks are becoming more attractive right now. Against that structure. That's a bullish structure that they just built around 300. So as long as they do not break 74, we're gonna get to 350. Yeah. And the minute we hit this level 336, we have a 80% chance that we will close higher. So any pullback here in many ways is buyable. Here you go. So pullbacks are buyable on a swing trade basis to a target of 375. So we saw the captain setup, we saw the shift, we saw the structure and the probabilities all the way to the next target. So we have pulled back into two support areas, harmony zone number 1 and 2, and we measure the strength of the trend based on how they react to these levels. If they, you're getting the first discount area is harmony zone number 1, the deeper discount area is 300 to the 90, and how they react to it is typically whenever they break anything under 289, they will have 80% chance of failing that whole structure. So you don't necessarily want to see any break under 290. And typically, once they get to that 290, they'll run back up. Then we'll see how well they're holding. Okay, they're trying to protect harmony zone number 1. That's a good reaction to it. The market's back in sync, and pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis. Yeah, look at that. Good Lord. 375 is our target. See, HB, first discount area. How do they react to it? That's a solid reaction. A lot of times we just get in there at 25 to 14 and put a stop under that structure and just go for the next swing trade target of 375. That's how you test that area. Then also you could do the same thing with harmony zone number 2. So how we deal with that is I wait for the market. In essence, the majority of the time is just sit there through. Um, I'll wait for it to go in sync, then I look at these waves, harmony waves, and get in them. And the minute the market gets out of one of these waves, um, you exit the trade and see if the market remains in sync. So you're capturing the momentum while not getting stuck in the consolidation. I mean, that's the main idea. These harmony waves are your momentum waves that when the market is in sync, that you're this is highest probability trades are the 200 and the 100 are in sync, so the market is in harmony, then you got a harmony wave. Just rinse and repeat that idea. And Nasdaq is a very here we go. See, that's another wave. That's actually the same wave, just extending itself. When the market gets out of consolidation into motion and momentum, things are going to be moving fast. And my job is to try to get in there as early as possible in this. That would be from the 50s to the 60s, and I have a target of 425. And you can capture some serious moves that way. And if it start failing, then your risk is small relative to the target. Look at that bad boy. Come on. Let's go. All right, I'm going to take a 5-minute break. We'll be back. No, my targeting is, well, there's multiple targets. You have the Harmony Trading System targets, which are 1 through 6, based on the expansion of price action and direction that we base this thing on. That's the first thing. Then you have swing trade targets, are based on the movement of Harmony, the 200 and the 100. So the combination of those two gives us multiple targets that we look for. There's targets that are scalping targets, and there's a swing trade targets. And you always try to start with the scalping target and move your way to a bigger swing trade target. So when one of your trades are working, you have a vision to what the big target needs to be, or it's not needs to be, that you know what the big target is and why, and then you're just letting a scalp become a swing trade. I mean, that's what literally happened early on. I think I made like $3,500 or so on that big move. I'm doing both. I am scalping into a swing trade. I want to start with a scalp with a stop of 10 to 20 points, and I'm looking for a swing. I'm looking for a swing trade, and if it doesn't work out, or it shows that it's not progressing, then I'm gonna try to take the scalp version of that trade. That's the only way you can get risk reward and an average winning trade over $50. Any trading system, if you want to measure the health of a trading system, you got to look at, can you make an average $50 per trade? Obviously, that's an average, including stops, slippage. You have to risk $1 and try to make, $2 to $3. All right, so what is the market doing here? Okay. So we almost came to the middle of that channel and got rejected here. And we're getting a market that is pulling back. So back to that idea that we were talking about. See this spot right here? So you got a harmony wave and out. Then the market shifted and became out of sync. And then from out of sync to a complete reversal. So once the market does that, we're trying to get out of that directional trade and wait for what they're going to do next. If they reestablish another harmony wave, then we'll just hop on that one. Market is out of sync here. There we go. We rejected that middle of the range, and we have a target of 350. So so HB, if you look at the top left hand corner, you see the trend. You see where it's gonna close, where it's gonna reverse, the value of zone 1, 2, and where are your targets, TP 1 to 6. So you know exactly what you're shooting for. Target is 350. Uh-oh. That's news, almost like news driven right there. Watch out. Volatility in full swing here. All right. Mark is back in sync. Let's see how far they want to go with it. Our target is 500. So we respected harmony zone number 2, and now we're getting another push toward at the next target. You can hear my wife. Which wife you're talking about? Nobody's on the phone. Oh, that's just the TV in the other room. You literally can hear that. Holy crap! Look at this market running. I don't have any, like, all your connections. Oh, Jesus, loving Christ, is not really. Target is 550 coming up. The market is trying to test harmony zone number one, but there is a chance that we're gonna break 15. So just watch out here. Here it comes. Here it comes. Yeah. You could tell how the price is moving. Market is out of sync. They're trying to reestablish themselves here on harmony zone number one, first discount area. Yeah, that's gonna lead to a bit of yeah. So the same thing here. See that? It went from harmony wave to out of the harmony wave. Then the market reestablished a momentum on the downside and never let go. So then at that point the market got out of sync. So your first area that will get you out of a trade is up here at 44 to 40, and then you're waiting for the next wave to establish itself. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. The market shifted, so you're not stuck. All right, so next idea is the market is in sync on the short side. We have a target of 450. HB, let me just share with you this link. And so you use that link and you can get the software on your station, and you'll join our private room, and I can dig deeper into answering questions about how the whole thing kind of work out. So take a look at it. You get a two free weeks trial. Of everything that you see here. Your questions are very legitimate, and I'll just go through each one of them. Plus, we'll meet up via Zoom. So me and you will go over whenever you're ready after having the software. All right, so market is out of sync here with this push. Hey, by the way, everybody, Monday, I'm gonna be the room is gonna be closed. I'm gonna take a mini trip, and I'll start tomorrow, and I'll be back on Tuesday. So the room is gonna be closed on Monday. Target. It's 450. And we're just experiencing a lot of back and forth, and the market is out of sync in the neutral zone, and that's going to lead us to just taking a step back. Just taking a step back and just waiting. You don't want to see anything over 535 that shifts the personality if the market does that. The shorts are definitely, on their back foot here. All right, so the market is kind of flipped right here, and we're looking for pullbacks to buy into. The areas we need to kind of be concerned about, because this market can be, uh, it would be very, look at location. We're at the bottom end of the opening range, and that's just going to hold off price action to 28. We could get a pullback to the whole number here. So now the market is out of sync again. So it got off at 34, and now they need to reestablish the longs, and hold on to these zones. If we start breaking anything under 490, that will produce a big time sell signal. The market does this, we need to be very careful. Well, I mean, when we say careful, careful about what? Careful about crosswinds when the market is constantly goes between harmonies, in sync and out of sync, in sync and out of sync. That's when most amount of the consolidation and trapping happens. So, like right now, the fact that the market did this gives us high probability that we will break 75. That's a deep discount area for the longs if they choose to protect it. But the fact that we went to 89 puts pressure on the shorts. I mean on the longs. Excuse me. So European market closed. And that's where whenever the market goes into sync and out of sync, where the really the opportunities that's available are just riding a scalp into harmony waves. Just ride here, run it up, ride down here, run it down, and take that scalp version of that trade. Because the market, when it starts spending a lot of time in and around the neutral zone, that is the definition of consolidation. So we recognize that, and shifts the mode of operation from I want big targets to I want small targets and I want a scalp. It's location, and it's consistent location. It's not guessing here. You start getting a market that goes in and out and trades in the neutral zone between harmony zone number 1 and 2. Your mode is scalp. Now, what happens if we break 76.25? If we break that 90, actually, even if we break the 95, we're gonna start picking up some momentum on the downside. So that's gonna be critical, because that will it will trip bunch of stops toward the lows of 85, then 85 down. So I'm watching for that on the short side. On the long side, you need to break 530, pull back and hold. Anything in between, you're getting the meat grinder effect, and the market is just gonna chew through people. because a lot of people right here are just trying to figure out what's next. Are we going to break 550 or are we going to break 475? So they're trying to position themselves for that, and the market will just literally spend time going back and forth between those two zones, trap people on both sides of the market, then run up or crash. So we need to see higher prices happen in order for us to get out of this zone, either lower or higher, doesn't matter to me. But if I'm not scalping and I'm looking for something big, I need to clear this area altogether. Marty, is that sound over or? It wasn't from here, I guarantee you. Here they come again. You see that it's in. It will drive traders insane here. I'll drive people crazy with this. But that's the definition of consolidation. Let them play all the hell they want. See, at least that is separation, right? So we're getting the separation. Our target on a swing trade basis is 575, and it just we're looking for an entry. So we got a harmony wave here, a second harmony wave here, and they're starting to separate. So that's positive. That kind of keeps us more in line with the swing trade idea of 75, and that's where the market is trying to go to. Target is hit. Next target is 600. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis. And right here, right here, 61, the market is getting off this momentum. So now they're going to be retesting. And the idea here is retest, hold, make a low, higher low, and go back and reestablish another harmony wave and go to 600. If you don't, like right now, then you're just doing nothing. You're just waiting. I wouldn't necessarily go the opposite side yet. I need more proof because the overall direction on a trend basis is long. So I need to, well, actually, yeah, I mean, but look where we at location wise too. We're at the top end of that channel. So the market is just came, flipped, running up to that level, flipped. That's distribution at the top end of a channel. It's the second discount area right here with zone number 2. And they really need to push it back to 50 or otherwise we're going to go down to 500 and run the market down. They need to establish a new harmony wave and a new cloud higher. And a flip. That's how you avoid it. HB, see that? We're talking about that location exactly. We're waiting on the market to pull back, test harmony zone number 1 and reestablish a new harmony wave. They came in middle of the range and they just failed to do it. So once you hop off that train, you're not getting back unless a new train is taken off. And this one was just going back home. Going the opposite direction. I'm not necessarily interested in playing that game, right? Unless I'm, taking a chance on a flip. Hop on, hop off. Man, look at you, Joseph. Excellent, brother. Good work. 9 grand, right? Yeah, I'm sure you loaded up and got after it, right? Oh, you overshot a little bit, huh? Yeah, when all the bases are loaded, it's sometimes you're just gonna make more money. Yes, it is possible. You proved it. Target is 475. Reevaluate if we break 535. We may get a flush here in a minute to 75. I mean, they keep doing this. They're just inching lower. They got to flush this thing and not look back. Our reevaluation level is 535. It's interesting. I mean, we're playing around a whole number too, so they're dancing around that level, but the inclination for this market is 475. And as long as 535 is holding, noise, 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 a lot of noise. So, establish a new harmony wave to the upside, and now we're going back up. So that's non-trending. what are we waiting on? We're waiting on the cloud to shift negative and uh, price action under 25 and new harmony wave showing up. Otherwise, we're testing and retesting these resistance areas. And if we go to 560, that'll give them almost like the last line of defense. If they don't reject that, we're going to go to 75, 575. They're in the neutral zone, just chopping that up. If you survive, when you survive this type of price action, I mean, that's just literally how they define choppy consolidation that is very messy, non-directional. Gotta survive that. Part of it is knowing that they're doing it. It never serves you if they're it's after the fact, right? All right. Next target is 600. And right here, well, I mean, they need to break 60. All right, guys, we're retesting harm zone number one. Speed, range, and behavior. Speed is slow. Range is contracting. Behavior is a lot of consolidation around the top end of the channel. So under trade this environment. If I trade it, it's going to be scalping mode only. And we had a good day, so I'm going to call it a day. Just a reminder, we will be out of town on Monday, so the room is going to be closed, and we will see you guys bright and early on Tuesday morning and do this again. You guys have a good one.